welcome to TrueHarvest Farms. We're leading the industry as a hydroponic lettuce farm located in the heart of Central Texas. At TrueHarvest Farms, we are committed to growing consistent product using state-of-the-art technology while exceeding the industry's food safety standards. Our goal is to continue leading the industry by setting the bar to ensure our consumers will have access to great-tasting, healthy lettuce, the way lettuce should be. The lettuce industry faces several challenges and issues. One of those issues is a labor shortage and unsafe practices. As companies are struggling to find workers, it has led them to cut corners on safety guidelines in order to keep up with demand. At TrueHarvest Farms, we've been able to meet our demand while maintaining safety guidelines and producing the same quality head of lettuce each time. Whether you're hoping to work in engineering, agriculture, sales, or the distribution industry, we have a place for you. So what is hydroponic farming? This is a method of automated farming that allows the lettuce to go from seed to harvest with minimal human contact and a constant flow of nutrients to ensure the highest level of quality at harvest. Every point of human contact in the greenhouse is dedicated to quality control over each step of the growth period. This creates product consistency throughout the growth cycle, yielding fresh, premium-tasting products every time. TrueHarvest uses biological control agents to combat pests in our facility. By using predatory insects, we can prevent and eliminate other pests. We use a flying pest, a crawling insect, and mites to ensure we are preventing all possible pest issues. Simply put, we use the good guys to get rid of the bad guys. We collect all insects found within our facility to document and plan the best course of actions to prevent and eliminate a pest problem. We also go to great lengths regarding the cleanliness and sanitation of our facility to eliminate a habitat for the feeding and breeding of pests. Our biopest control program allows us to maintain our healthy produce without the use of dangerous pesticides. Unlike field farmers, since we do not use pesticides, our lettuce does not undergo a hydrochloric bath prior to packaging. Though it is not necessary to wash it before consuming, we recommend a gentle rinse to remove any organic soil that may be on the leaves. This type of farming requires approximately 90% less water and 96% less use of the land when compared to field farming, so it is much more efficient and environmentally conscious. In addition, we also grow to order to minimize any surplus and therefore food waste. Now that you know a little bit about what hydroponic farming is, we'll show you each step in the process. Our greenhouse operation consists of a growing area the size of a football field that produces over 1 million heads a year. This space is dedicated to leafy green production, packaging, cold storage, and shipping docks. The first stop on the tour is the sowing team. Each member of our greenhouse team upholds strict food safety guidelines such as wearing full personal protection equipment to ensure there is no direct contact with the plants. We start with mixing an organic approved substrate that is then wrapped in a film to create a biodegradable pod. A machine cuts and drops them into a tray. The plant tray moves along the conveyor belt where each pod is given a seed, the tray is watered, and then given biopest control to maintain its health without the use of pesticides. Every substance used is biodegradable and recyclable. The next step in the process is germination. This chamber allows the seeds to start growing in a controlled environment. This leads us to the transplant team in the greenhouse. The germinated seeds are moved out of the chamber and into the greenhouse where they are placed on roller conveyors in the nursery. The nursery allows us to monitor and oversee newly seeded trays in the controlled environment to ensure they receive appropriate lighting and water. At this point in the cycle, our plants are being watered from above while they develop their roots to be at a length where they are able to take on nutrients from the water in the gutters. Data is taken to monitor any climate change that we might need to make throughout the day.
So at TrueHarvest Farms, we control climate inside the greenhouse with a computerized control system. So that allows us to control temperature, allows us to control relative humidity, vapor pressure deficit, among other factors. And we do that through sensors throughout the facility that ultimately are controlling the heaters, controlling the cooling system. They control anything that helps with the environment inside the greenhouse to make sure that we're able to keep the plants in the healthiest environment and healthiest climate that they can be in.
Next, the plants are carefully transplanted from the trays to the gutter system, where they continue to grow until harvest. Each head of lettuce is set into an individual hole in the gutter. These holes are spaced perfectly, allowing the lettuce to grow to its full potential while still maintaining space efficiency in their designated bay. A bay is a separated section in the greenhouse to allow for independent controls such as water production and lighting. This allows for another quality control checkpoint to ensure each head is where they need to be in the growing cycle. Between the 3 bays, we grow several varieties, which at harvest are then individually sold or combined to create our TrueHarvest Butter Spring Mix. Our greenhouse team oversees the progress of our lettuce from day to day, which includes water testing throughout the year and sending samples of our lettuce to partnering labs to ensure our environment has optimal growing conditions to always produce a great tasting product. The far end of the greenhouse is where the mature lettuce is ready to be harvested for packaging. Each head of lettuce is hand harvested, allowing each product to undergo a quality control check. Any unusable parts of the head are then separated out to be recycled. Next, our packaging team completes the final quality control checkpoint by evaluating each head of lettuce as they cut and package them. Any head of lettuce that does not meet our strict quality standards is donated to local charities or zoos. Our packaging team is always in full personal protection equipment, and potential contaminants such as cell phones and jewelry are safely stored away from our greenhouse to follow our strict food safety guidelines. Each case is packed to internal specifications, quality control checked, and then immediately moved into our cold storage. Our cold storage is set at a constant temperature and sealed to eliminate fluctuations to ensure quality product. Our loading dock is built to the Department of Transportation's guidelines to allow trucks to back into the cold storage. This keeps the seal as to not break the cold storage chain, just another way we exceed in food safety standards. The lettuce industry faces many distribution challenges. A large majority of the nation's lettuce comes from California. This means it takes around a week for lettuce to get from the farm to your local grocery store. The solution? Supporting your local farmers. It takes TrueHarvest farms just a fraction of the time to distribute lettuce from the greenhouse to your local grocery store. Well, that concludes our tour. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the lettuce aisle.